Well, guys. We got some news out today on Nvidia. Not good, not good. Very, very bad. So they came out and said that um, their reported revenue fell, or so their earnings coming up sort of soonish. When is that coming up? Let me see. So they have earnings on the 24th of August, so it's about 2 weeks out. They came out and said that their revenue is going to fall around 17% below its forecast that it had back in May. This is very bad. That is terrible. The fact that it's only down about 8% today is kind of a miracle, because that is like just horrendous news. I mean, this kind of news sent Walmart down 20% overnight. It sent Amazon down like 7%. But this it gapped down hard on that, and I mean filled a lot of the gap. Shockingly, I mean it it opened down here at 175 and shot all the way up to 184, and now it's coming back down to 174. So um, yeah, just really not good stuff. Not what you want to hear out of out of the semiconductor industry because they cited just a lot of macroeconomic headwinds for the reason for the fall. But this was one of my lingering worries of Nvidia is that it's so much of their revenue comes from gaming. I mean, they are strong in the data center industry. They're basically the best, but they got so used to these past 2 years of COVID with gaming revenue, where graphics cards were selling for like 40% over MSRP, and that is just not sustainable. When everyone was locked up at home on unemployment during COVID, everyone got into gaming. Everyone who was already in the gaming said, "Hey, I'm spending a lot more time at home. I'm gonna buy me a new graphics card. I'm gonna upgrade my computer. I'm gonna get a new AMD processor, a new Nvidia graphics card, a new Asus motherboard." All these companies that just did great during COVID, and that can only go on for so long, and we know that now. You can look at the prices of video cards, and they're tanking. I mean, they're just plummeting. Another thing on top of that, cryptocurrency. Everyone was mining crypto. Where do they get their cards from? Nvidia. So this was one of my worries with the company. Part of the reason I sold. I know I wish I had held up and sold up here at 192. Oh well. Um, but yeah, this is really not great. Oh, man. So the chip maker said the shortfall primarily reflects weaker than forecast gaming revenue, which is down 44% sequentially and 33% from the prior year. So gaming revenue down 33% from um, this time last year. That's bad. That's very, very bad. Holy moly, that's terrible. Um, wow, that's crazy. God, the neighbors out there yelling at our dog. Anyway, so yeah, this is just bad, and this still I love Nvidia personally, but it's still a company that I would love to see just absolutely tank. If I could buy Nvidia at like 120, I would be tripping over myself to the fucking bank to do that. Not that I go to the bank to buy anything, but you know what I mean. But it is still just a very expensive company. I mean, it was at like 700 billion, which is stupid overvalued up here at 340, but it is still really overvalued here at 434. And that's the thing with semiconductors is that so much of their value is baked in on the fact that their growth is just going to be exponential through the future. So when you get news of a company that has been growing like crazy, especially over COVID because of how much everyone was gaming and how much demand there was for their cards, um, when you see that growth slow down, and not just slow down a little bit, but like a lot. I mean, 33% to be down 33% from this time last year is terrible. It's very worrying, and it almost makes me want to sell it short, honestly, because that is such terrible news. And you can just see, I mean, what was this? Look at these buyers. So this is what happens. There was a bunch of buy orders that got left behind way over here. This gap's down. Those buy orders are still there. They buy it up, zoop, straight up, and now it hit resistance at 182 and dump. and it has sold off $9 from that point. So man, Nvidia is just gonna have a tough time. Holy moly. You zoom out. So this is kind of what I was waiting on. I hate when it does this overnight. I saw this rising wedge that we had on Nvidia. Um, and I was waiting for a break of this level and retest this trend line. Well, we didn't get either. We got a, oh my god, look at this candle. Oh my gosh, this 4 hour candle is so ugly. Um, Instead, what did we get? We get a gap down below it. It ran up and retested that trend line. Look at that. It retested it perfectly and retested that key level I marked out yesterday at 180, 150, and just completely dumping off of that. Just good night. This is just absolutely terrible news for Nvidia. Um, and the stock price is reflecting that. So we have broken out of this wedge. Typically, you get a 50% retracement. I don't think we're just gonna dump all the way back down. So much of it has to do with what's going on with CPI data and stuff. So if that's really bullish, I don't think it's just gonna dump. I think it will bounce, and this earnings miss will be forgotten. And then come earnings time, they will be fine because hey, we already priced in the terrible earnings. But it could be leading the semiconductor market down with it. And SMH, the semiconductor index, has that same kind of setup. We had a nice, just general uptrend, dynamic trend line. It broke, and now where did it run up to? Oh, it ran up and retested it, and now it's just completely dumping. AMD is following suit. It's down 33.5%. Holy shit, man, this is bad. And oh my gosh, look at SPY. Whoa, I'm glad I sold my SPY calls. Dang, this is a crazy day. SPY going for the gap fill. Wow, it already filled the gap while I was recording this video. Shit, okay. Well, I missed that one. Alright, well, anyways, guys, that's not good for Nvidia and for the market in general. And it feels as if Nvidia is leading the market down because we were ripping. It was ripping up there with SPY, and now it's just completely tanking. Damn. So, yeah, that's about all I got for that. Not great for Nvidia. I'm gonna keep a very close eye on it, see if it can find any support. So just the eye test. Let's see. I would imagine Nvidia could find some support right here where it's at 172. Below that, we would definitely have to find any sort of support at 165 because that was, as you can see, the last time I had dumped. That's the point it reached. So these usually, these ascending wedges, when they break to the downside, they usually retrace 50%. So that would be a retrace down to like 166 or 165. So that's where I would be looking at for a bounce. If not right at this level that it's currently at, because it is getting like crazy oversold right now. But yeah, this is terrible. Look at that volume too. Just everyone is dumping it. Holy moly. Not good. All right. Anyways, that's welcome to the stock market, boys. You could be. I wonder if some poor son of a bitch on Friday probably saw this bounce at 186. Not some poor. I mean, probably thousands of people saw this bounce at 186 and loaded up, thinking that hey, we tested support, we're gonna bounce, and they woke up to their portfolio down like 9%, and that just sucks. Uh, Jeez, that's brutal. Anyways, yeah, that's all I got, folks. Watch out for the semiconductors. They could be dumping. Mark my words.